Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD, and this time we watched Transformers Rise of the Beasts, the newest installment in the ever-growing Transformers franchise. And I will say, this movie isn't perfect. This movie isn't flawless. It's not a masterpiece, but I will say it is probably the best Transformers movie in the entire franchise, and it was actually a competent movie, and it was good. I can say it was good. But before I go on a whole rant about why I liked it, I'll give you an explanation on why I liked it and more back at the house.
In the end, everything you cared for will be consumed.
Maybe there's another way to save our home.
You've never faced anything like this. Let them come.
Welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm Ronan Time HD, and today we watch Transformers Rise of the Beasts, starring Anthony Ramos. This film is the newest installment in the ever-growing Transformers franchise, and I will say I have no shame, I have no regrets. I am actually 100% right in this statement and true. This is the greatest, well, the best, I wouldn't say, that's greatest is a bit of a strong word, but the best Transformers movie in the entire franchise, and I think it's even better than Bumblebee, because this film, I think, does something that all the other Transformer movies have kind of failed to do, and that is focus on the damn Transformers, because, you know, it's kind of in the name. It's not Anthony Ramos's movie, it's Transformers movie, right? And also it's a bit of the Beasts, the Maximals movies too, because they're also in the name. But, yeah, I think this movie is very, very, just like, it feels more competent than any other Transformers movie aside from Bumblebee. It feels like it actually is like a movie, and you can watch it without wanting to vomit every 5 minutes. And that's really saying something for this franchise, so that's big ups. And obviously the return of, the introduction of a proper Unicron. He's not Earth, which is very good. And it seems, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it seems like they're going to have big plans, and this is definitely not a prequel, this is a full-on reboot. And obviously, since Unicron is on Earth, I'm pretty sure that was obvious, but they've confirmed it to the end. They've confirmed it that this is definitely, definitely not a prequel, and it is its own thing. Restarting the Transformers franchise to the bare essentials, and that is good, because I think also this film just was really strong in the Transformers part, and there was a lot of Transformers stuff in this movie. This film's plot, there was a bit of a subplot with Anthony Ramos and his family, and he wanted to find money for his, to help his mom and his brother, but that was more of a side plot. But if this was made by Michael Bay, he would have made that the entire plot. But it's not, it's a subplot. And the real plot is them trying to stop Unicron from eating Earth, which is what the movie should be about, and that it is what it's about. And it's just really, really strong at that, because the film understands that it is a Transformers movie. And that's a good thing, because we don't have any Shia LaBeouf to ruin it, even though I can't get enough of Shia LaBeouf. But, you know, we don't need him. We don't need him. But anyway, also another thing I like about this movie is there's not that many Transformers, and that might sound like a problem at first, but at the point that they were at in the original Michael Bay movies, there were just so many of them, and of course, like, you need expendable ones to die, but then again, why even have them in there if they're just gonna die anyway? Like, why give them names? Why try to give them personality when you could just have them be nameless and have them die, you know? You don't need a Transformers body count, or a scrap count, I don't know. But, yeah, I think this film really does help with not having that many Transformers to focus on. You have the main group of Transformers, which, from what I can remember in the original Michael Bay movies, we never had Mirage. Or maybe he was there and he was just kind of whatever. I don't think he was there. RC, maybe RC was in the older ones. She might have been, but I don't remember her. And obviously you have Bumblebee and Optimus. And you also have, I can't remember his name, he was like a hippie bus. I don't remember him being, I don't remember him at all. Like, a lot of these Transformers, I know RC, I know Optimus, I know Bumblebee, I know them. I know Unicron, I know Scourge, I know these guys. But the, like, hippie bus guy, and maybe I know, like, the big, like, airship. I can't quite remember his name. But, yeah, there's not that many Transformers. And, you know, as always, one of the main characters dies. I'm not going to tell you which. But don't worry, it's a Transformers movie, so you can probably guess what happens. Yeah, they just keep rising from the dead like vampires. But, yeah, I'm not going to spoil that much about this movie because if you're a Transformers fan, I definitely recommend it. And to be honest, it's a good action movie, so even if you're an action movie fan, I think it would help. I think it would be good, but I think it would definitely help. If you were a Transformers fan, I think you get a lot more enjoyment out of this film if you're a Transformers fan. If you like Transformers, you grew up with Transformers, or you're just a more newer Transformers fan, I think everybody can get enjoyment out of this movie. A Beast Wars fan, even though the Beasts weren't really the focus, it was more about the Autobots than the Maximals. I will say that I still did like the Maximals, and I hope that they're in like the more newer Transformer films because I like them, and I think they have a place in the universe and they belong there. Because, I mean, you got a gorilla. Optimus Primal is great. Watch the movie. But yeah. Trying to stay as spoiler free as I can. I'm pretty sure I've spoken about all the positives I can, but I did have a couple negatives. As I said, the movie isn't perfect, and one of the negatives I have with this film is that the first 30 minutes really got me nervous. I got really nervous in the first 30 minutes because you had a great opening with Unicron eating the Maximal's planet, eating Optimus Primal's planet, and being Unicron, right? And Scourge, like, killing one of them, you know, have a great opening. But then, like, for the first 30 minutes, there was just human stuff. There was no Transformers whatsoever. Maybe it wasn't 30 minutes, but it felt like 30 minutes. And it was like, oh no, this is going to be like every other Transformers movie. We're not going to have any Transformers. But then of course, they came, and then it was all about Transformers. Transformers came in, and it was all about Transformers, which is good. So that's, like, only a bit of a nitpick there. And I also think that sometimes I think the music was a little overbearing, especially during, like, the ending fight scene. I think the music was a little bit too much, and I think they could have really toned it down, and really I would have preferred, like, instead of licensed music, maybe, like, a score, you know, maybe I would have preferred, but I'm not, I know it's getting a bit of a nitpick, but I just kind of would have preferred, like, an original soundtrack rather than licensed music. But no, nothing against licensed music, I just think it kind of broke the flow of the scene a little bit. They do that quite a bit in the movie, and I'm not really a big fan of it. Again, no problem with licensed music in movies, just kind of felt a little much in this one. But another thing is, like, as you know, I mean, I think Anthony Ramos' character Noah was pretty good. I think he's the best human character in the entire Transformers franchise because he actually does things, and he actually helps, and he's not just there. I mean, there is a character that is just there, but she also helps, you know. But, like, I think the main problem with the old Transformers movies is, like, Shia LaBeouf was the main character. But why is he the main character? Like, he doesn't, like, he can't help in fights. He's just a skinny little small human. He can't do anything. So, like, why? So the main characters should have been the Transformers in the original, but they weren't. They were Shia LaBeouf for some reason. And then they got rid of him after a little while, and then they just kept flip-flopping with different human characters, and it didn't work. And I think he's, as I said, the best human character, but I do think, what was her name? Elena, that was her name. I think Elena, I didn't hate her. I think she was pretty good, but again, I think she kind of fell under the unnecessary human character shtick. Like, I mean, yeah, she did something at the end of the movie. She helped at the end of the movie, but then again, I don't really know if I mean, yeah, she helped with the code, and she knew all that, but I don't know. I feel like, maybe I'm just nitpicking here. But yeah, those were pretty much all my gripes. But again, the movie isn't perfect. But I think I enjoyed it quite a bit. And if, as I said, Transformers fan, action fan, you'll probably get quite a bit of enjoyment out of this film. And I'd probably rate this film a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I recommend it for action fans, action film fans, and Transformer fans. And, yeah. I think I've said all I need to say. I think I've said my piece. So, guys, if you like this video, share it, friends, subscribe, there's notifications on. Comment down below how much you liked it. But, you guys know how it goes. I hope you guys hated this video. Unsubscribe, dislike, tell me what you hate me in the comments. I've been running TimHD. Rolling out. Autobots roll out. I can't do a I can do an Optimus voice, but I'm not doing it in public. So.